I'm Lisa Norris. Joining me again today is Randy Cantrell, and this is Walk the Talk. We are continuing our series on our leadership recipe and the ingredients that make that up. Today, curiosity. Randy, tell us more.
The first and most important ingredient in our leadership recipe is humility. Today we're adding curiosity. My 8-year-old grandson Easton somehow got fixated on the subject of cholesterol. And like a snapping turtle, he wasn't going to let go until we answered a gazillion questions. One question answered sparked many more questions as we talked about blood and veins and arteries and the heart and whatever else was on his mind. Using our phones, we were able to show him diagrams that we would find online. He'd never heard of these things, and his curiosity was on fire. Naive curiosity is powerful, which is why humility is so vital to our leadership recipe. Easton has no arrogance or harmful pride, not yet. I hope to do whatever I can as his grandfather to help him maintain his naive curiosity so he can accelerate his knowledge, his understanding, and his growth as long as possible. I hope he stays humble and curious throughout his life. I'm optimistic. The smartest person in the room syndrome is just the opposite of curiosity. Arrogance and pride prevent learning and growth. Together we go further, faster. It's simple math. Multiple sources of knowledge, insight, and experience benefit everybody in the room, but it demands both humility and curiosity. Question like a 2-year-old. Over time, life experiences may stop us from asking questions for fear we'll look stupid. None of us enjoy looking like we don't know, so we often just act like we do. In the process, we avoid valuable learning. My grandson Easton isn't stupid, he just doesn't yet know about some things, like cholesterol. So by asking, he learns more quickly, and he learns from everybody involved in the conversation, which at this point happened to be me and my wife. It happens the same way at work. Maybe there are stupid questions, but who cares? Ask them anyway. You never know what you'll discover, and you never know who else might benefit. Years ago, I entered an industry that was foreign to me. My naivete was actually a huge benefit. I was too ignorant to be proud, so I quickly asked questions about things that most folks in that industry just took for granted. Repeatedly, I asked about something only to be told, I don't know, we just always done it that way. By looking at an industry with totally naive eyes, I was able to think about things they wouldn't have dared explore or embrace on their own. I questioned everything, not to challenge it, but to understand it. I just followed my curiosity wherever it took me. And I kept following it until my curiosity was satisfied. It proved to be one of the best things I could have possibly done. What do you have to lose, besides your ignorance or false assumptions? If we think our pride is on the line, then we have to think more deeply about our humility. We're the only ones who can answer whether our pride is worth ignorance. That's a bad trade. Innovation is fun, creativity too, and they're impossible without curiosity. No leader ever solved important problems without lots of curiosity. And this is all about being better leaders, capable of influencing others to grow. Lastly, something remarkable happens when we exhibit curiosity. It spreads, it's contagious. Others will bring their questions to the party and may ask questions we haven't thought of. Everybody benefits from the questions and the answers. And quickly, we'll find our team is questioning the answers we all took for granted too. Answers that might prove to be improved with better questions. Through curiosity, the knowledge and understanding of all in the room grows exponentially. Warning, you might find this ingredient in the recipe to be the most valuable and the most fun. Gather with your team with one simple agenda. What questions aren't we asking that we should? What questions are we afraid to ask? Caringly challenge the group to ask the best questions possible. Better questions foster better answers. Avoid jumping to a quick answer. Instead, make the focus on the questions. Concentrate on whether or not the questions can be improved. First, humility. Now we've added curiosity.
Randy has provided the description of curiosity. Now here's a video that has 3 tips on how to become a more curious leader.
In this Leader Feeder, we look at how you can become more curious as a frontline leader. When I'm asked which leadership characteristics and behaviors are most important, one of the top ones is curiosity. For an extreme and perhaps unrealistic example, let's say someone cuts you off in traffic Instead of screaming jerk or flipping the person the finger, a curious person might ask, I wonder what kind of day that person is having, or I wonder why they're in so much of a hurry. All right, that is likely a bit of a stretch for most of us, but what if we could be more curious and less furious? Curiosity can help you as a leader to become more solutions-focused and reveal possibilities you hadn't considered before. So here are 3 tips to be more curious as a leader. Tip number 1, dream big. As a leader, it can be tempting to focus on all the hassles and frustrations you face on a daily basis, and instead of wallowing in self-pity and victimized thinking, why not develop a vision for your team, a picture in your own mind of how you would like the department to function in the future? Focusing your mind on what you want instead of what you don't want can help you and your team push through the daily challenges to a more successful future. Tip number 2, be solution-focused. Some leaders and team members will focus on blame storming, pointing fingers and making excuses, none of which helps you solve the problem. A curious leader is constantly focused on finding a solution, so avoid dwelling on the past and focus on actions designed to move the situation forward. And tip number 3, ask great questions. You can increase your own curiosity and the curiosity of your team members by asking great, open-ended, possibility-revealing questions. An example might be, what would make the situation better? Or what do you think is causing the problem? Or what solution should we try first? Asking questions will involve your team, and when they're involved, it creates buy-in for the solution to the problem. As you increase your curiosity, you'll find that you and your team are more positive and your operating results will increase. For more resources, including our books, our videos, or even our on-site training, please visit us online at frontlineleadership.com and join with other like-minded leaders on our Facebook page.
It's been described, and now you've seen how being a curious leader benefits you and your team. Let's think about now how to apply curiosity in the leadership journey. Remember, in group discussion, there must be trust and safety. Genuinely listen, remember not to judge. Together, we can grow through safety within this group in discussion. The video provided tips of applying curiosity. 1, dream big. 2, be solution-focused. And lastly, ask great, open-ended questions to seek engagement and buy-in from the team. So now think of a current issue or problem your team is facing. Maybe it's attendance, maybe it's overtime, morale, there's a safety issue, maybe there's a conflict in the group. Explain the issue and how you will apply curiosity rather than being in tell mode with your team. Pause the video here and discuss. When suggestions or input are given by the team, how will you all reach a decision or consensus to move forward toward a solution? Pause again and now discuss that. Practice curiosity each day. Others will follow your lead. You will become a great leader, and if done well, you will grow others to become great as a role model. Our next ingredient is the result of curiosity, knowledge. You want to learn more? Visit our podcast at growgreat.com. And until then, lead well, make an impact, and walk the talk.